Hello, Collective. This is Grand Madam. I thought I'd do something a little different today. What I'm doing is our prosperity for the holidays. But from what I'm reading, Collective, we can even do these principles throughout 2020. And who knows, maybe even beyond that. Now, any noises you hear, the heat just came on, and I have roofers repairing the roof. I apologize, but I wanted to get this video out early. Now, I've used the Celtic spread, and I've used the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards for our information today. This is, I do believe it is, Doreen Virtue's cards. Okay, let's start. The first message from the angels, and what's in our general space, our general energy, is the need to declutter. We're going to have to declutter our minds first, declutter our spirit. When we declutter your mind, you declutter your spirit. And let's declutter our environment. Okay? So the first energy that we have around us is the energy of clarity. We've got to get clear. We've got to declutter. We've got to throw out clothes we no longer use. We've got to throw out gadgets we no longer use. It's time to put out the trash, folks. That baggage that we've been carrying around for years and years and years. Second message, and I thought this was quite interesting. If we want to be prosperous for the holidays and the New Year's, we have got to stop complaining. When we complain about our situation, what we're doing is we are acknowledging our, I don't like the word victimhood, but our powerlessness over a situation. So, what we are actually doing to ourselves when we complain is we enhance the problem. We make the problem even more intense, even larger than it was originally. Not to say that your situation or mine isn't big enough to manage, but the more we complain, the bigger the problem gets. So let's practice the silence on that. Instead of complaining about it, how about brainstorming on how to either fix it, how to get help, or how to walk away from it? Now, and what's crossing that is the ability to clear our debts. Now, when you have debts, it's a good idea to write thank you across the envelope of those debts. Why? Because we're being thankful for a service, a product, credit, loans. And by saying thank you, you open the door to ideas that are projecting us again into the brainstorming that would help us manage our debts much easier. We can come up with better plans. And that way, we're not stuck in the poverty consciousness. We're not stuck in a sense of victimhood. We're not stuck in a sense of not having enough. We're not stuck. Because as long as we're holding on to debts and complaining about them and not wanting to open the envelope when the bill comes in, we stay stuck in a low-grade energy of poverty consciousness. And that's not going to help our money at all, because it's going to push it right on away. Now, I already said, ask for help. We might need credit counseling. We might just need to talk some things over with a financial advisor or a loan advisor or someone who we feel that we can trust to help us with our money situations. Notice I did not say the words money problems, our money situations or our financial situations. That's another thing. Be very, very careful about how you describe a thing. Use financial situations or the phrase money situations, but not money problems or financial problems. And watch what happens. A whole new energy will come into play. Okay. And sometimes, oftentimes, depending upon your situation, we have to call in the divine to give us some help. We can do prayers. We can do affirmations. We can do mantras. One very powerful mantra that I use is Shreem Brazi. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can chant along. It's a 2-word phrase, and it's very, very effective. Shreem Brazi. You can also throw in the 23rd Psalm that's in the Bible. Anything or just an affirmation. I've even heard a money song. Money, money comes to me as I will, so mote it be, is one affirmation. I've heard, I'm not going to sing the money song, but you can find the money song on YouTube also. Now, this is interesting. I never associated my prosperity with this. What's crowning us? The clean energy food. Try to eat as much organic and fresh foods as you can. I know the processed foods, the packaged foods are so much easier, but they carry a low vibration. They'll feed us, but they may not nourish us as well as organic and fresh foods will. Fresh foods, live foods, increase our vibration. When the vibration goes up, the thoughts and the ideas come out. So, we're going to be mindful about what we're eating. Now, this is another one that blew me away. Let go of the guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think that you've done or not done, and trust that the divine loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Otherwise, beating yourself up about what has happened that wasn't too positive is not good. It's going to keep you stuck in a low-grade vibration. And the low-grade vibration is deals with sadness, sorrow, shame, and guilt. And those vibrations are death to prosperity. The next card, which is also quite interesting, but if you pick up the theme of these cards, to gain your prosperity, to attract prosperity to you, you've got to get your mind right and be in alignment with nature, bountiful nature. Now it's the winter time, and I'm on the East Coast. So getting back to nature, who wants to go outside now because it's 20 degrees? But then again, you can. If you're into the ice skating, if you love the snow, you can focus on that. Look at the number of flakes that fall, even the raindrops. You can even see that cold rain coming down as raining abundance showering over you. I would not suggest standing out in it, but there's nothing wrong with sitting by the window, the closed window. Don't let the heat out. And just watching the abundance of the rain and the snow come down. You can also watch some Nat Geo animal movies. That also will build your vibration. And what it'll also do, it will calm you. Now the next card, the gratitude list. The gratitude list is what I mentioned before. Counting your blessings, writing down your debts, marking them as paid, and saying thank you. I thank you for the service. I thank you for the products. I thank you for the bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That way you're not stuck in anxiety and fear or even anger or resentment rather about having to pay for that when you need your money for something else that's important. So, you can, with your bills, start a gratitude list. And you can also include those you love in that gratitude list and those you don't love very much. Now, what you're afraid of, excuse me, is money falling out, flying right out of your hands. And some of us might be borrowing from Paul to pay Peter or borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. That's fear-based. Fear of money, fear of not having enough money will make sure you don't have any money because basically you're chasing your money away. You want to attract your money, and you attract your money by opening your mind to receiving money. Not necessarily working for it either, but receiving it. And that comes with your mantras, your prayers, and your affirmations. I am a money magnet, or everything I touch turns to gold. That kind of a mindset will stop your money from running away from you. I am open to receive. All my debts are paid every day in every way, with harm to none. I am open and ready to receive money daily. I am open and ready to receive the prosperity that's due me daily. So stop running your money away and start attracting it and bringing it back. Now, the initial outcome says focus on your priorities. What are your priorities? What comes first? What you focus on is what you get. You enhance it, you accelerate its movement. So if more prosperity is what you want in life, you focus on prosperous things. You read law of attraction, you practice the law of attraction principles, you do your mantras, you visualize using your vision boards, or you create a vision boards. You read high fashion magazines, you read, electronic things, electronic magazines. You can surround yourself with very nice things. That's your focus. What you're focused on is what you bring to you. Because right now, many of us are stuck in that feeling of not having enough. And that energy must be dissipated. It must be changed, transmuted, or whatever. You got to get away with it. You can't even imagine. You cannot afford the negative thought of not having enough. So as soon as that thought starts creeping up in your mind, flip it around. But I do have enough. As a matter of fact, I have more than enough to take care of this. I have more than enough to take care of that. Now, this is not faking it until you make it. This is actually changing your way of thinking, which will change your energy, raise your vibration. You have to change your mind to change your money. So let's sever those vows of poverty that we've been taking. Also, the cards offer the advice or the message to block out distractions. Anything, anyone, any situation that keeps you stuck, get rid of it. Not only is it blocking your prosperity, it's blocking your blessings. And sometimes that goes for loved ones. Most times that goes for loved ones. So cut the loved ones back. What I mean by that is spend less time with the naysayers and the complainers and those who like to argue. Just spend less time with them, because let's face it, you don't really want to get rid of them. So you just spend your time elsewhere with more like-minded people, with more people who are into building a prosperous lifestyle. For many of us, the emotional challenge is trying to change our way of thinking. And this card says positivity, faith, and optimism are the keys to your prosperity. So you might want to write a little prosperity message to yourself, like maybe on stick-ems, and stick them on the refrigerator door, or stick them on the bathroom mirror, stick them somewhere where you can see them. As soon as you get up, first thing in the morning, you'll see a prosperous message to yourself. That'll help change the negative way. That will help sever the vows of poverty that we all believed, because I'm manifesting like a champion right now, that we all believed in, and see what happens. Because it is impacting you emotionally. Trying to establish the abundance mindset. Here's a secret, folks. It takes more than a change of mind about your prosperity. The abundance mindset, law of attraction, we actually have to internalize it. That goes beyond believing in it. When you internalize an idea, whether it's prosperity or anything else, you take it to your heart. That's internalizing prosperity. Take it to heart and watch what happens. That way, your abundance mindset will be much easier to achieve. You've got to see it, think it, and feel it in your heart that you are abundant. It's easier than you think, folks. It's all nothing more than a change of mind and a change of heart. And finally, visualize abundance in all its forms. What does abundance and prosperity mean to you? That's what you're going to put on your vision board. Now, a vision board is like a little bulletin board you can put on a wall or put on the floor near your work area or your kitchen or wherever you would put your vision board. You can put on it anything and everything that is a symbol or representation of what you think prosperity and abundance is. It could be a successful love relationship. It could be a happy family. It could be a new car. It could be a new home. It could be a picture of coins. It could be a picture of $1 million. You can create a collage. You can also create a scrapbook of your personal ideas of prosperity and abundance. Well, those are the keys. Those are the keys. So that's your prosperity reading for the holidays and for 2020. Give it a try. Let me know what happens within the next week. And please, write something in the comments. This is Grand Madam, sending you much love and wishing you the happiest of holidays.